My miracle family, I'm always humbled and I'm always excited to come your way, especially when I'm talking about things like what I'm about to talk about today. It's so sacred. That's one of the most sacred things, one of the most sacred taboos that we have forgotten as a people. We do this knowingly or unknowingly, but regardless, we've totally forgotten about this and we go about it the wrong way all the time. And this is doing a great damage to humanity. The mystery of the naked body, the mystery behind the naked body. When you see somebody's nakedness, okay, what you've literally done is that you've just seen the uncovering of the person's sacred altar. The naked body of every single person, every single individual on the face of the earth is an altar. It is an altar where the spirit touches the earth. It's an altar where when the energies want to meet, when the energies want to come down, it is upon this altar that they make first contact. So every time somebody shows their nakedness, they are literally letting you have a direct contact to an altar that is so sacred that only the divine commute to this sacred altar. The nakedness of any single person is energy in raw state, energy in the most raw form you can ever have it. It is the cra without the ammo. It is the ancestral marking on any single individual made visible for you. That's what happens. The markings, the covenants, that particular cra went into with the unseen, those who sit in the deep realms. You have just uncovered it. It's made visible to you. Every time you encounter somebody's nakedness, it is a covenant exposure between two souls. It is when two souls say, we have made a pact, we have made a covenant with each other. So you don't even need to spill the person's blood. You don't even need to say anything else. Just seeing the person naked, you've just made a covenant. Two souls, two Christ, two energies, two entities, two beings have come into contact. That's why in your scriptures, in your Bible, Adam said, I have sinned. They said, how did you know that you have sinned? He said, I am naked. Even him in your very story was not supposed to unveil his nakedness. He says, I have sinned. So it was considered the consequence of the first sin. I am naked. Because I see my nakedness, I have sinned. Seeing the nakedness of anybody is not a mere matter. Spiritually, when you see somebody's nakedness, a gate opens between two souls, between two cra. Or if the nakedness was amongst many people, a gate has happened between multiple people at the same time. It is opened. The person have just literally made themselves vulnerable to you. The person have exposed generational codes carried for generations upon generation. Just unveiled it to you. And all the scars that particular individual carries, all the scars in the generation the person carries have literally just been exposed to you because you've seen the person's nakedness. When you decide to honor the nakedness that you've seen, what happens is that you protect your own part in life without even saying any prayer or doing anything. When you cover, when you see the person's nakedness, and I don't care whether the person is your husband, your wife, your girlfriend, boyfriend, whatever titles you give it, when you protect this nakedness, you've protected your part. And then when you decide to dishonor, when you honor, you protect. When you decide to dishonor, you open yourself up for backlash. Whew. Why would you want this upon yourself? You saw a naked person. Somebody trusted you with their generational codes by becoming naked to you. And instead of honoring it, which brings automatic protection on your part, you dishonor it. So now what happens? You have backlashes hitting you. Not because the person have said anything against you. It's because you have decided to dishonor what is sacred. When Noah's sons saw his nakedness, they were not punished because they saw the father's nakedness. It was because they mocked the father's nakedness. Are you understanding it? The problem is not seeing somebody naked. The problem is when you decide to mock that every single person on the face of this earth is vulnerable to this sacred thing that I'm talking about. Let me ask you a question. How many times have you seen somebody's nakedness and mocked the nakedness? You see, people like me, we understand what it means to come in the presence of somebody's nakedness. So you will never hear me speak ill of anybody that I've ever seen naked. Have you ever mocked anyone's nakedness? Oh, there is work to do. Then there is the case of familiarity. I don't understand it, but it looks like the more somebody sees someone's nakedness, the more they forget how sacred that altar is. The more they forget how sacred, they lose the sacredness of that altar. Familiarity breeds in. This is when people get familiar with people. It's not because of anything, but because they've lost the sacredness. You see, people meet people the first time and they are in awe of that person. And again, you can see somebody's nakedness physically and emotionally. Somebody can be vulnerable to you emotionally. And because of that vulnerability, you begin to get familiar with that vulnerability. Familiarity brings spiritual blindness. You all of a sudden become blind of the very thing that you once held dear. Familiarity brings entitlement. You all of a sudden feels entitled to this same presence that you adored so much. Familiarity brings disrespect to the unseen. All you are seeing is the physical nakedness. But what you are not seeing is the being that sits behind the physical altar. So now, because you didn't keep your mouth closed, but you went ahead to disrespect the sacred altar that was revealed to you, you've now gone to disrespect the being that sits behind this individual. Nakedness demands humility. When you encounter somebody's nakedness, it demands you to be humble before such. Losing that humility is you automatically bringing curses upon yourself. Yes. Something as simple as seeing somebody's nakedness. I say as simple not because I'm bringing disregard to such sacredness. I'm saying something that we don't even pay attention to. generate curses upon us. Think about it. How many times have you been in a position where the very essence you once adored have been disrespected? Automatic accrual of curses begin to take place. Woo. Spiritually, this becomes an auto-reversal curse energy. An auto-reversal curse energy. This is not any witchcraft. This is not anybody doing anything to you. This is an automated reversal. That because you saw the person's nakedness and decided to disrespect and dishonor such sacredness, and I don't care. The nakedness of this person can even be a prostitute. I don't care. You cannot, because this automatic reversal curse energy is automatic. The word, it comes up without any ritual done, without any prayer offered. You once was granted access to this sacredness, and now you decided to disrespect this sacredness. So the auto-reverse curse energy, bam! Now the curse returns to the speaker of such disrespect and familiarity. It returns to the person's background, the person's house, the person's name, the person's household, and the person's bloodline. Just dishonoring, just disrespecting, just getting familiar with your wife, with your husband's naked body, automatically brings a curse to you. People have cursed their children without even knowing they've cursed their children. Because when they saw the mother of their children or the father of their children, when they saw the nakedness and vulnerability and became familiar, the automatic curse reverse energy took place. And just like that, bloodlines started suffering. Just like that. There's absolute law that sits in the deep realms, and this law is not broken or will not be broken or cannot be broken for anybody. It's a basic law that says we cover those who cover, and we dishonor those who uncovers. It's an automated law. So what happens is that when you decide to cover somebody's nakedness, somebody's secret, somebody's vulnerability, somebody's emotions, somebody's pain being poured out to you, when you cover, people who hear people's secrets and decide to speak it around, the minute you decide to speak these secrets, these nakedness, the minute you disrespect this altar, what you've done is that you've set something in motion to the universe, saying that yes, I have what it takes to protect myself. As I'm disrespecting and dishonoring this, I bring myself to the universe and I say, I am ready to be dealt with. I am ready to be exposed. I am ready to be exposed. I'm ready to let the world know every secret about me, because I have nothing to hide. The minute you dishonor somebody's nakedness, you tell this law of the cosmic that I'm ready to be dishonored. Nothing you say can move or get to me. I am solid. I have what it takes to protect myself in the unseen realms and the seen, in the under realms and in the upper realms. In the realms of the deep marines, I have what it takes. I am my own protector and coverer. So I would uncover, I would disrespect, I would disregard this secret. And oh boy, what you've just done to yourself. You've literally announced to the universe, touch me, because I have touched. And when you decide to honor, to not lose value of what, think about it, why is it that the first time we come into contact with anybody, vulnerably, spiritually or physically, anybody's vulnerability, the first time we so adore it? Have you ever been in a room with a woman you cherish, a man you cherish so much? Have you ever been in a room with them the first time? You see how you were in awe when they took off their bra, when they took off their panty, when the man took off, you were in awe and you simply couldn't get enough of that. What happened? You lost the sacredness. What happened? You disrespected. This curse is happening all around us as a people. And then we are busy running about, chasing, trying to break ourselves from this curse. Some people are not protected simply because they didn't protect others. So when you are one that covers somebody's nakedness, what you tell the universe is, cover me anytime I am vulnerable. Cover me just as I am covering, just as I'm keeping this person's secrets. Protect me on unfamiliar territories, unfamiliar turfs, unfamiliar borders. You see something as simple as the nakedness, physically or emotionally, of somebody. You see how deep it can go. It's about time. Our parents called it in Akan language, akatesia. Akatesia. Akata esie. You have covered and you have hidden. There's another word for nakedness, is adeja. Adejao. Ada. Ejao. Two-syllable word. The sleeping fire. Ooh. Adejao. That's the word. I don't know your language, how you describe nakedness. One, kata kata, cover. Cover, kata, cover. So just honoring that is bringing protection your way. The second, adeja, adejao, the sleeping fire. This fire is minding its business sleeping. Why are you trying to wake up this fire? Let sleeping dogs lie. Why? The minute you touch that sacredness, the sleeping fire comes up. Ooh. You don't want to be found in the way of this secret sleeping fire. It's time we learn. Nakedness is not for entertainment. I get it. That is what it sells in the world today. It is an altar of sacredness. And it is time you start honoring that altar. I'm Asaf Kujobentu. I'll see you soon, very soon in Nigeria. It's going to be fire in Nigeria. We are bringing the fire in Nigeria. And industries are rising in Nigeria. I love you guys. I'll see you soon.